It's day 303.
of the 29th year and beyond. Well, today's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Why, thank you.
So I thought we would just make a really quick journey about our fathers.
Okay.
So I remember you were talking about you enjoyed going to the store with your dad because there were 7 of you guys.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad would go do the shopping, the grocery shopping, and he would get up like early on Saturday mornings. And naturally, back then, Saturday mornings was the day for sleeping in because you didn't have school and watching Saturday morning cartoons. But because my dad worked so much, this was a prime opportunity to spend some time with him. But it was also an opportunity to be able to get some goodies that I wouldn't otherwise get. Because when my dad went to the grocery store, he was going to get what we needed.
Right.
Right? So if he's going to get cereal, he would get cereal. He would get cornflakes or something. I would be there to ask for the Fruit Loops or the Sugar Pops or then there would be extra things, like, okay, I love miniature marshmallows. Dad, can I get this? Put it in the cart, or bananas. I mean, it was stuff like that. So it was a wonderful opportunity to spend time with him when the rest of the folks would not turn loose the bed. Every now and then Chris would try to mooch in on my time. Very rarely Donald, but so sometimes it'd be me, Chris and I, but most of the time, or should I say a lot of the times, it was just me and him, and I loved it, because that was a way to spend quality time with my dad.
Yeah. Miss Dad. My dad, I think what I remember most, and my dad used to play kickball with us, and he would race the guys in the boys in the neighborhood, and usually he would beat them. I mean, it was so crazy because my dad would get out there and whatever they were doing, he would do it too, and he never could remember anybody's name, and even now, still, Buddy Rowe, Scooter, whatever.
Well, and my dad is cut from the same cloth because he didn't remember everybody's name. So everybody was Chief. How you doing, Chief? How you doing, Chief? Yeah, everybody was Chief. That way you can remember names. Now, if guys in my neighborhood was running, they weren't running with my dad. They were running from my dad.
Well, he had 4 daughters. But, my dad, his thing was like, keep them close so I can keep an eye on you. And they knew my dad would cut them. There was no doubt. But, that's what that's really what I want to just sort of lift up dads today. I mean, you're an awesome dad, and but we both have, and I still have a really great dad. And on this day, no matter where your father is, whether they're here or they're gone, just take a minute to reflect on what they brought to you.
And I would also say, really, really cherish the time that you have with your dads, because, of course, you won't always have that opportunity. And my dad, my goodness, it's been 19 years since my dad passed. And even as a grown man and as a dad myself, there's opportunities, of course, where there was still so much that I could have gleaned from him and still so much I would want to share with him. So, I'm grateful for the opportunities that I had as a kid, and then even more so as an adult, the opportunities I was able to share with my dad, because we had a great relationship. And but don't take it for granted, because the times are precious. And so if your dad is still in the land of the living, do whatever it is that you need to do to be able to spend quality time with one another. And if there are challenges, issues, disagreements, resolve it, because trust me when I tell you, you will not always have the opportunities. So to all you fathers out there, happy Father's Day. And just realize, for those of you who still have your father, enjoy the time. For those like me, where your father has already transitioned, cherish the time that you had.
Happy Father's Day.
Until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Bye.